Good morning. Today is Monday, March 22nd in the year 2021. We are here at the Jack Satter House with the residents of the Jack Satter House. And today we're going to have a conversation with Mayor Arrigo. So it's my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City of Revere, Mayor Arrigo.
Thank you, Deb. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here today, and I want to thank all the residents for joining us today for this conversation. I'm really looking forward to hearing from all of you about your experiences and what I hope would be the hope that you have being vaccinated and hopefully getting towards normal. And I want to hear, what you're looking forward to over the next few weeks and few months and next couple of years as we move past this really terrible and traumatic and difficult experience of dealing with a pandemic the way that we have. Today is actually the first day that you're allowed to have outside visitors, which must be pretty exciting, I would hope, and to think about how far we've come, and I think I go back to the day that you all were vaccinated. One of the first vaccination clinics that was happening in the city was happening here, and I remember coming that day to check in and see what was happening, and joining Steve and joining some other folks from Hebrew Senior Life and from the Jack Satter community, and seeing the hope on people's faces of getting the vaccine. It really lifted my spirits because up until then, the challenges that we faced with the virus and taking it head on and dealing with some of the challenges that were in this building and being one of the first buildings in the whole state that was hit really hard by the virus, to come back and to see the hope that people had really just hit me and was so inspiring and was just a great day. It was actually a pretty nice day out as well. It was a little chilly, but it was a nice day out. And I remember just looking outside and thinking about the fact that the view that you all have here and the access to the beach, which is really tremendous, and how hopeful a sunrise is. And every morning, I actually get to enjoy the sunrise on Revere Beach, and it's amazing. And to think about what that day meant for all of you getting vaccinated, feeling finally like we may be getting towards life as we knew it, was just a special day. And so today's another special day where you all are going to have the ability to have outside visitors, and I don't want to do a lot of talking today. I want to actually hear from you and hear what you've thought about the last year, what you're hopeful for in the future, and looking forward to hopefully having some outdoor activities at some point, and being able to bring a sense of normalcy to everyone and back to everyone.
My name is Roxanne Aiello, and this was one year that I think I will never, ever, ever forget. Actually, I was going to start a diary and start writing in it day by day what was happening and what everyone was going through. And then I decided that I didn't need to do that because it's right here. When we got locked down, it was a frightening feeling, and being isolated was one of the worst feelings that I ever experienced. Not being able to open your apartment door, to even come out in the hallway. We couldn't even do that, only to put out our garbage on a daily basis. But the remarkable thing is what was done for us, okay? Picking up our garbage, delivering our food, laundry service, phone calls every day, sometimes twice a day, from people that didn't even know us, from Hebrew Senior Life, to call and ask us every day, are you okay? Do you need anything? And I think without all that help, I think I probably would have lost my mind, okay, because I'm not used to being in the house. I'm a very active person. And every day my son would call and say, "Ma, I don't know how you're doing it." I would jump out the window. And I said, well, thank God I'm being safe. I mean, the remarkable job was that we lost so many people here, which was horrendous. I lost a good friend, and it was very frightening. But they did everything to keep us safe. And a lot of times people were getting angry because we couldn't do this and you couldn't go out, and they would make comments. And they didn't realize, I guess, at the time that it was for us. And, you know, here we are. A lot of people in this room, I think, were sick at one point, and they recovered. And I think this is the only building that I know of, and I've asked people in any other states, did your senior building do these things for you? And they went, no. Are you kidding me? So this place here is remarkable. And I just have to say that it was wonderful. And now we can have guests. And that is the best thing. And we can go out and we can have another person in the elevator. Instead of 2, we can have 3. So progress is being made. The vaccines, like, I forget, Annette, is it Annette? Annette. Like Annette said, you know, you watch on TV, these people in the rain and the snow waiting to get vaccinated, and all we had to do was come down here. And not only that, however, we were getting tested every single week. We still are. The option of coming down here and being tested is remarkable, you know. And I just want to say that I'm thankful for being here, thankful for all that was done for us. And I think an award should be presented to this building and to Hebrew Senior Life. I really do, really. And what else? Yeah, really, for all that they did, for all. Thank you.
Well, my name is Annette Bonasoro.
Okay, Annette. And what was the other thing you were saying about you've been exercising?
Oh, yes, they have program. Channel 918 is amazing. First of all, I love the playlist, but they have exercises on there that if you can't get anywhere, you can't get out, you can exercise. You know, like you can walk the halls, but they have videos, exercise videos, not only, you know, here. I mean, Lisa does an amazing job with that, and I have mobility issues, and she arranged for every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday to have seated exercise that I can do, so I can exercise daily, and it means a lot. And my mobility from when I first came here to now has improved, and I can see that improvement, and other people can. So I was watching a program last night that they put on for us with this commentator who talked about, the first one was vulnerability, that's a shame, but they have programs on there that you can engage in and that you can learn from. And I mean, the services and the provisions that they give you are just amazing. They keep you connected. They communicate with you. One of the things that fascinated me was the communication that they gave you. You know, Rabbi Lior every day calling you up and giving you some kind of an uplifting message, and between the communications on the robocalls, between the communications on all of the literature that they sent out to keep you informed, I'll tell you, they have done an amazing job during this whole pandemic. And again, the staff here, the people here, amazing, really. It's a blessing. And the view, God has given us the most amazing window, so thank you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marie Manganello, and I've been living here like 14 years. My name's Marie Manganello. I've been living here for 14 years, and I must say Steve went above and beyond, and his staff. He even got dog walkers for the tenants, and they were so happy that their dogs were taken for a walk. But the most important thing and the saddest thing was we lost many, many wonderful people in here. And there's a couple of women that lost their husbands, and they had to come back. They had to live in their apartments by themselves. What could be harder than that? We couldn't even pay our respects to them because there was no wakes. We couldn't go, you know, to a service. I give them credit, and my heart goes out to them, believe me. We lost a lot of good people. But as time went on, we survived, you know, and I think they did a great job here. We're lucky to live here.
Yeah, and we're lucky to have great partners, right, with the folks here, and Steve has been, starting with Steve, who runs the show here. He's done an amazing job, and his staff has done an amazing job.
They even picked up our prescriptions for us. We were all concerned about that, that meant a lot to us. So it was great, But my heart goes out to the people who lost their loved ones. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Catherine Morse, and I am one of the ones that she's talking about. This time last year, my husband was in Mass General, and he had a tube down his throat to breathe. And he was on that respirator for 23 days and died on April 19th. And so I was here all alone by myself, and I never minded wearing the mask. I never minded being in. It was lonely, but I had time to grieve over him, which I am still grieving. And I never got to go to the grave. I never had a service. We are now planning a service for April the 24th at the First Congregational Church in Revere. And I am looking forward to it, although it'll be a sad time. Part of me doesn't want to say goodbye because I know he's not here in the body, but he's with me in the spirit. But it's people need to say goodbye to him, because my husband, honest to goodness, if you met him, you would have loved him. He had a great sense of humor. He was warm. He helped children. He loved children. He would do anything for you. All you had to do was ask, and he would drop. Next thing I knew, he was out the door helping somebody here in the building. He used to put air in the bicycles when they came out for the summer. And we used to ride the bikes back, on the beach. So it's wonderful to be able now, finally, to be opened and have a service for him, and people be coming all from Texas, from Arizona, from all over the United States, in a sense, to come to his memorial service. And I do thank Steve and the crew, his staff, for all the services and everything they did for us, and are doing for us, and will continue to do for us, even after supposedly the pandemic is over. But we will never really get over it. We will have vaccines, which is fine with me. I'm not really a complainer. I just want to do my part. So thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
All right, what's your husband's name?
Roland Victor Morse, but he was nicknamed Spike. So everybody here knew him as Spike.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Glass, and feel so blessed to live at the Jack Satter House. It was quite a horrible adventure, if you want to call it that. A horror show, I should say. I got the COVID last March, right at the beginning, and I don't think I became aware of what was going on around the building for about a month. But then I started to read the newsletters, and the building was doing this and that. And not only were they sending out laundry and giving us 2 meals a day instead of 1, but they were bringing entertainment to us, to the building outside, which I found amazing, and it certainly lifted our spirits, which I think we all needed that. I can't say enough about Hebrew Senior Life and the Jack Satter House, that what they've done for us through this whole event. They were there for us, the staff was there for us. If we got a call every day, if we needed medication and we couldn't get anyone to do it, they would get it. They just went over and above everything that you would expect a building to do for you. So I wake up every morning and feel blessed and look out at the ocean and say, I'm still looking at you and looking down at the grass and not up at the grass. So I feel badly. I lost a friend, and feel badly for the people who lost their loved ones. So all I can say is I can't thank Jack Satter House and Hebrew Senior Life enough.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to being able to go and visit my family. That's foremost, having them come here. I'm looking forward to seeing my new grandnephew and playing with him. and I'm looking forward to traveling to see my friends at different parts of the country and just going back to normal life. When we were let out at a lockout, which was the best thing that they could have done for us, just being able to walk on the boulevard was a blessing. So to me, little things are important, and that's important to me.
Hi, my name is Barbara Slayton. I've been living at the Jack Satter House for 7 years. Like Nancy Glass just said, I got sick in March, found out April 1st that I had COVID. I received a phone call from Hebrew Senior Life the day before saying somebody was going to come to test me, and they were testing a number of other people in the building. Had a knock on my door that morning, and this man came in. He looked like a giant because he was all wrapped up in protective gear. And he came in, and I had the test, and he said I would hear the next day the results, but that evening they called to say that I was positive. So it was rough, because when I wasn't feeling well and didn't know why, it was just, you're wondering what's going on and you're hearing everything on the news. But like everybody's been saying, Steve and the staff and everybody here has just been absolutely outstanding. We couldn't have wanted for anything. And when I was thinking through everything that's been done for us, one of the things that was really surprised and really a lot of fun was they would have sing-alongs outside in the courtyard in different parts of the building, and we had a DJ come and he would play music, and the staff was there, the rabbi and Steve sometimes, and Lisa and Amy and everybody, and they were dancing around and encouraging us at our windows to open our window no matter how cold it was to dance with them. So it was terrific. But this place does deserve an award, and everybody here was just absolutely fantastic. And I'm looking forward to visiting my daughter. I haven't seen her in a year and a half, and she lives in Florida. And be nice to have some visitors come in, and it's gradually we're getting there. Things are getting better all over. Let's hope people don't go crazy, keep wearing their masks and doing everything they're supposed to do, and we'll see it through. We've got this far, so we'll get there. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joanne Monteforti. I'm the current president of the Jack Satter Tenants Association, and I am so grateful for everything the staff has done for us. Like other people say, that 9 weeks of isolation in your apartment, other than looking out the window and seeing things, we have this beautiful ocean in front of us. It was not fun for a lot of us. And they were very helpful. They called us every day. My birthday was on Mother's Day, May 10th. We were going out into the patios at that time. My family had told me that, I said, well, what are you doing on Sunday? What are you doing on Sunday? And they said, they were acting like they forgot my birthday. And they gave me a birthday parade in front of the building. When I was going out to the patio, people will look, because it was a lot of noise and beeping of horns and stuff, balloons, and people were looking out their windows, and while they were waiting for me, they were yelling Happy Mother's Day to everybody in their windows. So everybody thought the parade was for them, which I am more than happy to share. Other than that, I had a fever for 3 days. I never get a fever. So I had a fever over 101 for 3 days during the isolation. Maybe I had the COVID, I don't know. I never got tested. I called Mass General and their hotline, and they said, just stay in and you'll be fine. I said, well, I have no choice. Anyways, I'm happy to wear the mask. I'm thrilled that we were able to get the vaccine in January and February. watching my family trying to get the vaccine. My brother, I was on the phone for him for like 4 days, all day long. Anyways, what I wanted to say, I feel not bad, but I feel bad, yeah, maybe bad for the people that moved in here during the COVID. I've been saying it a couple of times, but this place, as you all know, that live here for a while, I've been here 3 years, is a community. We eat together in the dining room. We go to bingo on Wednesday nights. Once a month we have it. All this is in the dining room. We have things in the community room where we are now. But we have parties. We have the last party we had was in February. Then we shut down. And so needless to say, I haven't been doing much as president, which is fine. Anyways, I look forward when the people that moved here and don't understand our building, maybe you've heard of it from other people, or people have told you about it, but you will never know what it is until you actually are in it. That's all I have to say, and thank God, like I said, for all the help that we've gotten, and I look forward to, I want to go down to North Carolina, and my sisters live there. And I have a trip planned already, but that's all I have to say. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to the city for doing everything that you have done for us also. Thank you very much.
I'm one of the ones who had a very serious COVID-19. When it first started, I was in my apartment, and all of a sudden, somebody came through the door and said, "We're taking you." I said, "Where?" They took me to Mass General, and I did have COVID, seriously. I was on a ventilator for 8 days there, and then after that, they took me off the ventilator, and then I went to Spalding, and that was probably early April. I spent my birthday there and felt very sorry for myself, even though I was starting to get better. And then I went to Hebrew rehab in Roslindale for just to get stronger. And so it was a long 6 or 7 weeks. And then I came home in one of those chair cars, and I went by the beach, and I was so grateful to see the ocean. It was like a prayer. And so then I came home, was all by myself up there in my apartment because none of my family could get in. And so then Hebrew Senior just took me by the hand and said, "We're here to help you." And so they did. They did everything they could. And really, I'm so grateful for it all. And thank you, and you, Mayor, and your staff. They've been so helpful. You're one of the ones that have vaccinated more people than any other city, I think, around here. So thank you so much. And thank you to Hebrew, and thank you to Steve and all the staff. They're just incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the kind words. And this community is so special, and to think about the community spirit that's here it is amazing. And I can't wait to get back to that time when there are events and fashion shows and all the fun things that happen here that we get to enjoy together. I reflect back on the shutdown or lockdown here, and working with the staff from Hebrew Senior Life and talking about what we wanted to see happen, and working with the Board of Health. And that was one of the hardest, most difficult decisions I know that I had to make early on in the pandemic. It was very early when COVID hit here, and to have to make that decision, or to work to make that decision for a lockdown, knowing what that meant to all of you, was really heartbreaking, you know? And to some degree, I felt like I was never going to be invited back into the building. So you can imagine when I came back for the vaccination clinic and to check in and to see how it was, you know, spirits were a little different. And I know how difficult that time was for all of you, and you know, but I think everyone understands that those decisions that are really difficult are for the greater good and for people, and we haven't been challenged like this in, you know, in our lifetimes, right? So there are things that have to be done, and you know, I appreciate everyone's kind of understanding around that, because thank you.
Hi, my name is Paula Weiner, and I've been here for 6 years, and this place is, I mean, you can't really say enough. The things that they did for us and the things that you did, Mayor. I know that that was hard to lock us down in our apartment, but it really wasn't as bad, because all you keep thinking of is there were so many people that passed away. I don't want to be one of them. So it was fine, really. I didn't mind it, because I know we were being safe. And the things that Steve and the staff did for us, like you've heard, I mean, just walking the dogs, it was like, the things that are done here aren't done anyplace else. They really aren't. The services that we get, the benefits. I mean, I was working out this morning, and I didn't have to go anyplace. I just went downstairs. And just like with the vaccination, I didn't have to stand in line for 4 hours, and I know people that did. And after like a whole week of trying to get it and spending hours on the phone, and all we did was sign up for it, go downstairs, and have a party. You know, it was great, and it was nice to see you. And like Nancy said, we forgive you. It's really, don't think about it, it's fine. Thank you, though.
Hi, my name is Dorothy Presto, and I had the COVID last March. I was pretty bad. I was in the hospital till the end of April, but thank God I made it, and I came home. And when the nurses came in to tell me I was going home, I thought they were kidding. 4 nurses at the Jewish senior rehab came in to tell me that I was coming home. I thought they were kidding. Because every day you're in there, and let me tell you, no one wants to be in a rehab, but the Jewish senior rehab treated me wonderful. And when they came in to tell me, I just fell apart. But when I came home, it was the best thing that I ever had in my life, to see Revere. I saw the beach when they were taking me home. I just was so happy to be home. Like other people, they didn't make it, and I was glad I made it. And when I came in my apartment, I have a beautiful view. I look outside, like some of my friends here said. You look outside, you see the ocean, you see the sun coming in. I thank God every day that I made it. And a few other people didn't that I know here. There were friends of mine that didn't make it. It hurts when I heard about them. But every day is a blessing. Mayor Arrigo, but let me tell you, you bless every day when you wake up. I know I do. And we take every day for granted. I know I did. I just figured tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday, it's gonna come. But when to have this was a nightmare. And all I can say is, like everybody else, I hope we get back together and be ourselves again. I want to get back to my life. I want to get back to dancing, which I'll never be able to do. But I was a pretty active person. But it affected me and a lot of other people. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
We will.
And everything will be well, and everybody. And I'm looking forward to seeing my nieces and nephews, my son especially. So all is well. Like I said, I'm just glad to be here, and I made it. And that's it. Thank you.
Just wanted to thank all of you for sharing what your kind of experiences and what you're hopeful for. And, you know, I want you to know that we're always going to be here for you. And I know that Steve and his team is always here for you as well. But this has been a challenging time, but one that I think has made people step up, right? And we've seen people step up to do the things that no other community has done, right? In this building alone, the amenities and the support that you've gotten and the resources that you've had really kind of show what kind of community this place is, and we're so lucky to have you in Revere, and we're incredibly grateful for all that you've shared today. You know, we've lost a lot of people in the city. I mean, I know this community's lost a lot of people, but the city of Revere has lost a lot of people, and I know we've all lost some very important people to us, and we've lost family members and friends. You know, but the wonderful thing is that we have tomorrow, and we're not going to take it for granted. As much as I think we've been able to. This has taught us not to take those little things for granted every day. So I know the next time that I'm at an event here, hopefully with my wife, maybe with my boys, I will certainly appreciate and love every second of it, and I can't wait to see everyone having a great time again here in this building. So thank you all. Thank you.